Okay, all right. We got my water. I still need to eat something. All right, internet. What do you got for me? I'm underdressed. Get ready for some stuff. Hey everybody, this is David Effect. Yes, finally, it's happening. It's happening. We have Injustice 2. Well, I don't want to say fine. Well, it is finally happening. We did get announced that they're going to be making Injustice 2, so that's not the surprise. But lo and behold, when I get up this morning, my favorite person ever, Maximilian, puts out there in Twitter that the Injustice 2 trailer is out. What? So I had to come and check it out. I mean, look how excited I am. I put on pants. I'm wearing a jacket. I got a lantern. I got the blue Hope lantern ring going because I hope this whole thing goes well. Now, NetherRealm has proven to be very successful in the fact that they've given us in Injustice 1. And it was very successful. And it was on a competitive scene in so many ways. I played it. I played with my friends. Loved it. I was a Nightwing player. Not the greatest, but I knew how to play Nightwing, and I played him relatively well. Between him and Ollie, I played Green Arrow. And so it's a very very big thing for those who are not into like the NetherRealm's Mortal Kombat games, who are waiting for like, man, we need to have another Injustice game. Like I'm not a big Mortal Kombat guy, and I think MKX was great. I still want to play Alien, but I love myself some Injustice. DC characters through and through. So I'm very happy that this is finally coming out. It's coming out next year, so we're already on the way to getting it. So it's a very exciting occasion. I remember the first day I played Injustice. I went to the midnight launch of the Injustice game. They already showed you how dedicated I already was, and they had it playing. They had the demo, because on the demo it was only Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Nightwing, and I think the Flash were the only characters you can play at the time. And I remember messing with the other ones, and like, yeah, they're not vibing with me. Then for some reason, as soon as I picked up and I chose Nightwing that night, and I was just like, him and I clicked. We just clicked, and I never stopped playing Nightwing since then. Haven't played lately now because I've been distracted with like Killer Instinct and Street Fighter V and Final Fantasy 14. That's something like that, and some other ones. But we'll blame Obama for that one. Anyways, so Injustice 2 is out. Very very happy, or coming out, not out yet. So it's very excited. Trailer was fantastic. They already revealed a character. It looks like either it's Supergirl or Power Girl. I know when Injustice 1 was out, there was this whole talk, they dated mined the game, and there was this whole talk where they're going to be releasing new characters, and one of the secret characters at the time with the secret characters that people were predicting was Power Girl. And whether that was true or not, I don't know. Well, I have to ask Ed one of these days, although he'll never talk to me because it's me. Ed Boon's awesome. He'll talk to the people, but I'm still way in the back. But Yeah, Power Girl was supposed to be one of the secret characters that was supposed to be released in the first Injustice. Whether or not that was true or not, we don't know. It doesn't matter now. We have a Super Power Girl in 2, according to the trailer. And I was reading some stuff online. There's look how excited I am. I'm choking to death. That there's some changes. They said there's some of the movesets are going to change. Like Aquaman's going to be different. There is a new gear system being introduced into the game, this is cool. Which means that you can customize all your characters, and the more you play them, the more stuff is going to be unlocked for them to use. And it kind of reminds me of Killer Instinct. Because Killer Instinct, if you play a character long enough, because you go from level 1 to level 50 is the max. You play them all the way through, it unlocks new colors, unlocks pieces of costume, little icons and taunts and stuff like that. So it reminds me of that. But it also mentions that there's going to be a loot system. They said it's going to be like an RPG loot system to where the more you play it, the more stuff you get for them. Hopefully the random number generator for the thing will be a little more kind, because there's some games out there that they're better now, but the loot system was not the best. So hopefully this will be really good. I'm hoping that the gear system, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how the gear system is going to work, because he said you can customize them and it makes it better, awesome for playing and stuff like that. I wonder if it's going to have stats. I don't know if you guys remember in Soul Calibur 4, they had customizable. You could customize the characters or make your own, and they had gear and weapons that were had stats with it or different perks. Like some will be like you can't knock them out of the ring, or you can, when you hit them, you can steal their health or poison them, or different things like that, increase health or strength and stuff. So if it's going to be like that, that's going to be very interesting, especially like online play and stuff like that, because you're going to have the guys who are super casual who won't gear up their guys that much. Then you're going to have people like myself and people even beyond me who are going to find combinations of gear that it's going to make like the worst character in the game, which we don't know who that is yet, the best. So it's going to be very interesting how this is going to work out, and hopefully to all of our benefits, not just those who are hardcore, because there's going to be those. There's going to be the ones. Also, and the loot system there reminds me of a little bit of like Overwatch, to where the more you play, you get loots, you get stuff. But I don't know if it's if they said it's going to be like RPG like. So I don't know if it's every time you play, or if you level up and then you get a bunch of stuff. We'll know when the game comes out, or they're going to release more information. So there's everything's going to be improved in this game. The fighting, the interactables, the environments. It's going to be really, really cool. I hope there's some things. I know Max did a video about 3 things he wants fixed, and those I agree with. One of the things I do hope happens is that if there are going to be projectiles, that they can cancel each other out. One of the things about Injustice that always killed me was that when you threw something at the other person and someone fired something back, it just went right by each other. It's just there. And you both got hit, or that person was fast enough to block, or whatever it was. Drove me insane. It was like, if they're going by, why don't they just hit each other? Hopefully that gets changed. Or not have projectiles heavy stuff in the get-go. That'd be great. I know with like Deathstroke, that would have been hard to do because it's guns. And same thing with like Joker and Harley. Anyone who had guns, I can see that being difficult to do. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, we already know on the trailer, you already seen Super Power Girl. I'm just going to say it until we confirm who it is. I didn't see anything online, or wasn't reading enough, so I don't know who it is. This makes me feel like I should be like literally fighting bad guys right now. This collar, I love it. I read on Twitter that Grodd's in the game, so that's awesome. That's a nice little nod. Hopefully we'll get, I hope we get a good variety. Injustice 1 had a pretty good variety. Problem is we had some of the same, a little bit. Like Zod, I thought was, even though his moveset was very different from Superman's and his, with his, void creature and stuff like that. He was still kind of like a Superman clone. Don't need it. And I'm hoping the same thing with Supergirl, Power Girl amalgamation, that she's not, her moveset, it's going to be similar anyways. I'm just hoping it's not as as excuse me, my stuff is not talking to me correctly. I'm just hoping that stuff is better with their moves. Hopefully, if we are going to get, we already know Flash for sure. Here's the things we already know for sure. They're going to give us. They're going to give us Superman, Flash, because they're in a trailer. Batman for sure, he's in a trailer. Aquaman, and like I said, Superpower Girl. We're probably going to end up still getting Wonder Woman, because we know that she's still around. Unless she went back home, storyline-wise. I think she did. We know certain characters are dead. Joker died in the game. At least one of them. And Nightwing died. Spoilers in story. Like, we can read the backstory or the story in the game, like Damian killed Dick, so that version of Nightwing no longer exists. So he may come back, he may not. You know, it'd be great if we got Red Robin, or even like Red Hood, because we were supposed to get Jason Todd in the first one. That was like a rumor or theory or something they data mined. So if we can get Red Hood or even Red Robin in this one, that'd be great. Who else would be awesome to have? If we can get Beast Boy somehow, I mean, there's a way to do it. It's possible. And if we're gonna go Teen Titans, right? Get him, get Starfire. That'd be great. Get them two, because those are the only two that were missing in the roster at that point. Who else should we have? It'd be awesome if we got Mr. Terrific, but I don't know if we're gonna get him. It'd be cool. It'd be interesting to see what kind of moveset he would have. Obviously, his T-Orbs would be part of his gameplay. That'd be great. I don't know. There's so many DC characters they can have. Wildcat would be cool. Black Canary, Huntress. The problem is I think Huntress would be a little too similar to Batgirl unless they change her moveset. But still, she'd be awesome to have. I think a lot of Bat Family characters, aren't I? I can't help it. I like those characters. Who else? Be great. If we're gonna get a Lantern again, it'd be great if we get like Kilowog or Tomare, or even if we got like any of the other ones, like other Red Lanterns, like Atrocitus or something. Somebody different, and maybe even like an actual John Stewart Lantern, not just a skin. Have his moveset completely different, or Kyle. Or what was the other guy's name? Baz? I don't care. As long as it's not the same guys. And change their movesets. Because each character does things differently. You know, that's why Green Lantern, even though they're all the same, they're diverse because of their mentality. So I'm hoping they do that. Or give us blue. Go for it. Why not? Give us some of the Blue Lanterns. That'd be sick. I don't know. There's so much possibilities about this game I think it's gonna look forward to. I hope one of my fears though is that the gear system will be abused in some weird way, because people always find a way. That's a problem with the games today. People find a way to abuse stuff, and I'm hoping that the gear system is not pay to win, no microtransactions. Please, NetherRealm, don't do that. They didn't do it with Injustice, not really. You paid to get new characters, that's fine. They didn't do it with MKX. You just buy the season pass or the combat packs, you get the characters and the gear. So I'm hoping that the same thing with this. You don't, if the gear system does have stats and it do improve on your characters and stuff like that, that we don't have to pay. That don't do microtransactions, because you're gonna have that guy who just has money and is gonna buy all the good gear and is gonna obliterate everybody online. Nobody wants that. That stinks so bad. I've played online games like that, where it's pay to win, and you got those guys who have all kinds of money and just buys all the best gear, and is like, why even play the game? Don't do that, please. I read it somewhere. Someone's like, oh, that looks like this could be microtransaction. I'm like, please don't. Please, NetherRealm, don't do that. Please don't. But I look forward to it. Like I said, you guys have been doing well. MK9 was a success. MKX was through the roof of success. And for us Injustice players out there who really were waiting for Injustice 2 to come out, and they are excited and look forward to it, let's go. Oh, one thing too. Fix y'all character models. Your women were looking busted. I mean, we're talking about like you guys were busted. I don't even want to talk about characters, how bad, like Wonder Woman, I think, was the Wonder Woman and maybe Harley were the two decent looking ones. Like Killer Frost looked okay. Raven looked scary. Oh, speaking of women, if we can get Big Barda, if we can get Big Barda in there, I mean, I don't know how her moveset's gonna be, but if we can get my girl in there, Big Barda, that'd be fantastic because Marvel killed my She-Hulk, so I'm hoping I can just rebound to Big Barda and feel happy again. So help me out, NetherRealm, help me out. Anyways, I talked too long. Surprise. So hopefully you guys will enjoy Injustice as much as the rest of us have, especially new guys. I know old guys are gonna be back into it. If I can get competitive good with Injustice 2, because I want to, I have committed myself to a couple of games like Killer Instinct for sure. I want to be really, really good at, and hopefully I'm going to be competing with that in the near future. Who knows? I want to get good with Street Fighter 5. There's a handful of characters I want to learn. Rashid, Laura, Karen, and be really proficient with them. And when Injustice 2 comes out, I want to find not just one. That's my thing. I want to find a handful of characters that respond to me in my chestal section. That is not Joker, and I can be really good with, because I want to be able to once again be a guy who can play multiple characters and are good with all of them. So once again, thank you NetherRealm for giving us another game. Thank you Ed Boon for putting in the work. You are the face of the NetherRealm games, and we appreciate that. And all the guys behind the scenes. So we're looking forward to seeing what more you can give us from E3 with Injustice 2. And here's to playing more video games. Now, I'm going to take off this jacket and put on some shorts because it is hot here. You see the sun? See the sun? It is hot. I am melting in my seat. My seat hurts. Melt.